Got something in my system. She said, why you gotta take it so far? Excuse me, I'm out of rhythm. Taking pills and sleeping in a car. What's the use in being alone? If I'm never home, I'm on the road. Can't reach me, I'm off the phone. 'Cause I'm all alone, I'm not home. So why you gotta take it so far? Excuse me, I'm out of rhythm. Taking pills and sleeping in a car. You just can't be alone. Yeah, you've never been, I'm always been. I just can't trust my bones, yeah. Stop calling. I need you now, and I'm worth nothing. Thought you would stay, now I'm smoking. 'Cause you left way too soon. And I'm staring at the moon, the moon, the moon. With old pictures of you. Cause I've been baptized, cheated on, married twice. I don't even know where to go. You said you needed space. I got time to waste. I don't even have a home. The drum beats, it beats true. I need a drink. How about you? I don't do well on my own. Cause I've been dying here, dying there, everywhere. Now I'm stuck staring at the moon, moon, the moon. With old pictures of you. I still remember middle of 64 in late December. Over time I made you older. Now I'm stuck in the dark. 'Cause I'm staring at the moon, the moon, the moon. With old pictures of you. 'Cause I've been baptized, cheated on, married twice. I don't even know where to go. You said you need space. I got time to waste. I don't even have a home. The drum beats, it beats true. I need a drink. How about you? I don't do well on my own. 'Cause I've been dying here, dying there, everywhere. Now I'm stuck staring at the moon, moon, the moon. With old pictures of you. I'm staring at the moon, the moon, the moon, with old pictures of you. You've been teasing me on the telephone, baby, telling me that you're all alone. You got nothing on but a vintage tee from the night we met that you took from me. I get hardly wait, and I'll be there in a couple of states. Say you're missing this when I get the taste for your lips. I'll drive all night, picture on the dashboard, pedal through the floor till I'm by your side. I'll drive all night, I ain't getting no rest till I'm in your bed, not just on your mind. But don't question if I really want you, baby, if you tell me to. I'll drive all night, I'll drive all night. Grab you on and on, soon as I roll up. Girl, it's been too long, and I need your touch. Counting miles down till I see your face. Go get ready now, 'cause I'm 5 away. I'm wide awake. I'll drive all night, picture on the dashboard, pedal through the floor till I'm by your side. I'll drive all night, I ain't getting no rest till I'm in your bed, not just on your mind. But don't question if I really want you, baby, if you tell me to. I'll drive all night, I'll drive all night. I'll drive all night, picture on the dashboard, pedal through the floor till I'm by your side. I'll drive all night, I ain't getting no rest till I'm in your bed, not just on your mind. But don't question if I really want you, baby, if you tell me to. I'll drive all night, I'll drive all night. I wanna I'm not hearing it. Run far away, my dear. I'm outside looking in. Hey, look the devil in his fucking face. Think it ain't got a lot to trade. I'm just starving for a little taste. Man, buddy, ain't a shit to say. Got a couple times along the way. Feel the light shining through the gates on my face. I wanna dive to the concrete ocean in the night. When beneath my wings up I can fly. Finally I'm a star up in the sky. Follow the sun. My skin is burning. Too late to run. myself in the places that I know I'm not. So why not? I wanna die to the concrete ocean in the night. With my legs rolling so I can fly. Finally I'm stuck in the sky. From the sun, my skin is burning. Too late to run. 'Cause I deserve it. I wanna Jimmy grew up just down the street, raised on corn and amphetamines, and he had dreams. Big old American. Daddy said if he worked real hard, he'd get paid.
Get up, cocksuckers. It's all over. Listen, we had a rough couple of months. Fucking
The government's got like 3 sets of my fingerprints.
The other one, Puerto Rico, Houston,
Puerto Rico,
fucking
damn.
Florida. Listen, it's been tough up to now.
Come on, yeah, they can hear us.
Mexico,
Yeah,
Yeah.
the White
There we go.
House, whoever the fuck is
Wake
going
up.
on, but it don't matter.
wake the fuck up.
They want to shoot. It's time for us to fucking shoot, cocksuckers.
Yeah,
Wanna get
Joey.
down and dirty? Don't forget who the fuck we are. You understand me? We're the baddest motherfuckers out there.
That's
you
right.
send a message to that fucking North Korean. He's gonna be sniffing my dick and sucking my asshole. That's the focus. We're going to North Korea. Like
Yeah.
It's gonna be an island.
You can
It's gonna
switch it.
glow in the dark. You know why? Because we're Americans, cocksuckers. Who the fuck do you think you're dealing with? Stop with the gun
Yeah.
control. They're selling more guns than ever the last 3 days. Stop with the fucking whining. Stop with the Russians on Facebook.
Stop with the Russians on
Worry
Facebook
about yourself.
Russians aren't even on Facebook. They're on,
anymore.
they're on VK.
This-
They're on VK.com.
Stay black.
Stay black.
Stay black. Yeah. Stay black. Welcome to the Memorial Day episode.
This is
Episode
it,
2.
Episode 2.
Yeah. Shit. We got a lot of bullshit coming your way.
Oh yeah.
Thank y'all for tuning in, all 3 of y'all. Shit. What did you want to open us up with? You was talking about like just the wars about Memorial Day earlier.
Oh yeah, we can get into some Memorial Day history.
Yeah. All the dead people, all the dead soldiers.
Rest in peace to all the dead
Yes.
homies.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
dead
Yeah,
homies,
Battles
yeah.
for them.
Yep. For the battles.
It's off screen. Y'all can't see it,
Yeah,
but
you
there's
can't see it.
there's
There's a
Baffle
Baffle getting sucked. I think they saw it.
getting sucked up by an alien.
Yeah, y'all saw it a little bit ago, huh?
Okay,
We
well,
start
we
talking
can
about,
start talking about
Yeah, so
a war or something.
What about you?
yeah, the wars. So yeah, I mean,
Where you want to start? Revolutionary?
yeah, revolutionary.
That should be the first World War, in my opinion, because
Yeah,
they were all just
exactly.
fighting each other at
the
that point.
French. Hell, yeah.
Yeah.
You had the French, you had the Germans, you had the English, and then immediately after that, Napoleon
Spain.
started kicking ass.
The Spanish.
Spaniards.
Spaniards were in there too. They were in Florida meddling around.
Not during the Revolutionary War, prior
Yeah,
to.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
They were
French
arming the
Indian
Indians and shit.
Yep.
Well, that was for the bands. They're just trying to get bands off of it.
They were getting, that was the
It was
fur
like,
trades.
I'll give you a Glock for a switch for some oranges.
for some
some
oranges.
oranges.
Yeah. Yeah, they weren't even
Beaver
orange.
pelts.
Yeah.
Beaver pelts. Yeah, you had the French were kicking ass up in Canada with the British. They were fighting each other, trying to
Yeah,
switch it down up north
or the beavers.
for the beavers and the fur.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd switch it down for some
Right.
beaver.
Did y'all ever hear about Roanoke?
Yeah,
That town that just was
that's
there.
not a war though.
No, not a
They
war,
just got-
but
they
we're
just got-
talking about revolutionary shit.
They got sloppy toppy from aliens.
They just left. Yeah, dude. I don't know.
It was Croatoan, and then they started sleeping with all the
They
Native
wrote it on the
Americans. That's what happened. They started getting some of that Squanto dick, and
I just came back from there. I did a plane ride over there. This is a
We
Roanoke
were
guy.
getting some
Roanoke.
Squanto dick.
yeah, Virginia Dare was trying to bust it down with some foreigners.
Yeah.
She disappeared. That's what happened.
I like that. I like that. That's true Native American shit right there.
Yeah,
That's
it
America.
was before we started giving them liquor, and then they got all weird,
Mm.
and now they have like casinos and stuff.
Yeah, they're just like they became Indian, really. Instead of gas stations, it's casinos.
Well, at least they got like money because you start up the casino, and then all your homies get money too because they get
Yeah.
that.
So,
You got to prove that you're
Yeah,
like
play that slot right there.
you gotta prove that you're a percentage of Indian, then you start getting casino checks in the mail,
Yeah.
very nice.
which you can spend on I don't know
It's like a stipend.
meth and more beer,
More casino.
more beer.
Yeah, don't they have like a really bad drug and alcohol problem?
Yeah,
They do.
They're still on FEMA rations to this day.
Jesus Christ. Well, they're technically not even American. Don't they like govern themselves?
Yeah, they have their own
they-
little autonomous
Did they get
deals.
free EBT cards?
No, that's different. They don't.
Oh.
They're not even. They don't even qualify for EBT or SNAP.
Mm.
Yeah,
That's weird.
Yeah, that all
That's-
goes through them.
they
Our
just they
government
make,
just
it's
gives them
you know how the tax system works. They make too much. They get all that casino money, and then they're out of bounds for EBT and SNAP.
Yep. Yeah, true. It was like a little piece of communism in America, man.
Hey, but they got hella land. I'm kind of jealous though. They got hella land, and they have like infinite hunting tags too, bro. I'm
I think
jealous.
that's how Dubai gets by too. Well, and oil, but they just go over there and just do stuff. You know,
Somebody in the chat
Yeah,
said they LARP as a Native American.
you LARP as a Native
That's wild.
American.
Who does?
Hell yeah.
Rufus Corn.
We all call
That's my
Parker.
brother, bro. He LARPs as a-
What's that politician that's like 5%?
Oh, fucking.
Oh, Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah, you're-
Elizabeth
she's less
Warren.
than that.
This is Mr.
We're like 0.5%.
This is Parker Warren.
Part, yeah.
He's trying to get
No,
that
she's
casino
like
check.
0.1
This is- yeah, that's
or
fucking-
something percent. It's like way low.
You got to get a little bit
It's
more
like-
red for that, man.
It's like 75% of families in America are like, yeah, I got some I have like Navajo blood in me. And they go take a 23andMe, and it's like 5% like Puerto Rican, 10% Sub-Saharan African. It's like 0% Native American.
Yep.
So basically, we need to water down the Native American genetic pool.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Um,
They already watered it down. They just go to like Chicago, and become homeless.
see, but I would love to name my kid like Kawankawa or something. Like,
You can, dude. It's
well, but like, they
2026.
got to be a little
You
brown.
just put, just put an apostrophe in it. It'll be good.
Hell yeah! I don't know how we started talking about that. Let's get back to the wars. What come after the Revolutionary War?
Immediately after the Revolutionary
Spanish
War,
American.
you had the
War of 1812.
you had the War of 1812.
Oh yeah, that too.
You had the Barbary Pirate Wars, which is when we got all tangled up in the foreign entanglements.
Hell,
We had to go fight pirates in Africa with the Marine Corps.
because they were taking our slaves.
That's where you get the Halls of Tripoli from, in the Marine Corps hymn, for whatever reason.
yeah.
Or the Shores of Tripoli, not Halls of Montezuma, Shores of Tripoli.
You teaching us a lot of shit. Jamie, pull that up.
Yeah, well,
What's he
let's-
talking
let's-
about? What's he talking about? I don't even know about
A
that.
Barbary Pirate Wars. I think that was in between 1812 and 1776. I think that was like 1780 or 1790. I think that's the one.
Jamie's doing some research for us.
How many viewers we got now?
We up to a solid one.
A solid one. Where'd they all go?
Go back.
We're on Britannica right now.
And I think that one is
Is that
literally.
what
Oh, so 1801. So we just it was prior to it. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they were blowing the shit out of the Libyans. We did that
Wow.
twice. We did that twice in 200 years. We blew up the pirates in Tripoli, and then we killed Gaddafi. But that came later. Actually, he got raped to death on live
Whoa.
TV.
Wow.
Oh,
Thank you, Hillary Clinton, for that one.
That's kind of hard though.
He
That's
got hit with
badass.
the broomstick. Actually,
That's badass.
thank you, Hillary Clinton, for that one. That was
that,
great.
That is that kind of badass. Kind of badass. As an American.
Well, he was trying to make his own currency and stuff, and make Africa
Yeah.
cool, and then we killed him for
Yeah,
it.
he was basically trying to make the United States of America, or of Africa, basically.
Yeah, with their own currency.
Yeah, own currency and like like the oil market or
never
whatever
happened.
something market will just subsidize.
Yeah,
most of the
he was
economy.
like giving people money to have kids and stuff, and
Yeah,
apparently we
yeah.
can't do that. That's too close to certain policies from the 40s in a certain country where everybody was white. But
Yeah, fucking Scandinavia, man.
yeah, somewhere close, little south, little south, across the Baltics, little south.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
It was like a great disagreement.
The great something, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. That's where the Marines they kicked ass.
Continental War One or something.
well, the Libyans were trying to enslave people on merchant ships, and so we sent
oh,
the
the
Marines
Barbary Wars. We're on
to go
X
kick
now.
their ass.
Oh, X.
It was a regime change. Yeah, there you go. First American regime change.
Wow.
Only-
And we did that before the War of 1812. We were doing.
Well,
that
we got our
shit-
ass kicked in 1812. So,
Yeah, but still, we were doing that after we.
well, they burned down the White House.
Yeah, they did burn down the White House, but we built it back better.
It's better.
Built it back better. No, that's Biden. Built back
Canadians still flex that, but then you had Andrew
better.
Jackson,
Canadians. Yeah, we burnt
Mr.
down the-
Ajax. They're trying to replace.
Yeah.
They're trying to replace him on the 20 for
He
whatever
was
reason.
based. He was based.
Andrew Jackson was the first guy to go fuck you to the Supreme Court and then do his own thing. He said, "The Supreme Court made their decision. Now you guys get to enforce it."
And he was also a Democrat that forced all the natives. out
Yeah,
of
he
the
was. Yeah, it was
land, forced them
the.
onto territories. Killed
Yeah, that was
millions.
the.
Trail of Tears.
Straight up, kids killed millions of.
What was the? There's a John Anderson song about it. It's the Seminole Wars.
Seminole
Seminole Wars.
Well, it's not about it, but he mentioned Seminole. That's how I got it.
Yeah.
Invasion of Canada. Yeah, didn't go so well. We lost that one.
Yeah, I remember we tried
the
to
L.
take them. Yeah. Did we
Hey,
go
but
to war over like
this-
a bucket?
This was immediately after Napoleon kicked the British's ass for like 10 years straight.
Didn't we literally go to war over a bucket with Canada
I don't know.
or a pig?
I don't really think
Something.
I don't really think about Canada that much. They're kind
Yeah.
of irrelevant.
Hey,
It was when we were having our. They are irrelevant. Yeah.
who we got
All of
here?
our Canadian viewers.
That's Joseph Hooker. He got his ass kicked again.
Wow.
Oh, we
Was an American Civil
Get
War
into the
general
Civil War
for the
now?
Union.
Yeah,
This
he's
is
he's
Civil
chiefly
War.
remembered for getting his ass kicked by Robert E. Lee at Chancellorsville.
Yeah.
Well,
Now,
That
this
damn
is-
blue
I got
coat.
something on Robert E. Lee here. So they possibly say he might be half black.
No,
No,
he
too
definitely had
goated.
slave children. though.
somebody said
no, that was that
Yeah,
was
anyways.
that wasn't that was either that was
Oh,
Thomas
no,
that was Thomas Jefferson.
Jefferson definitely had slave
Oh
children.
no,
yeah,
he had a.
He wouldn't even free them.
He had like a
He was-
slave wife.
Yeah.
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 Banging.
Wife.
Wife,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, battle of I can't say that fort.
Negro fort, dude. It's Spanish.
Modelo.
Spanish, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Negro
it's like the
Modelo.
thing, you know. The thing, you know.
Andrew Jackson, dude. Oh wow,
Dude, look at him. He's pasty white.
that's Saber, dude.
That's like an unfinished painting.
Yeah. Or no, maybe they artistically did that on purpose. What is that underneath of it?
Let's just keep going.
Dude, keep going. I like that. I thought that was funny. Whoa.
That's like some revisionism. That's like AI.
That can't be real. It's not real.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. There's that guy.
When I get really bored.
Oh
I'll just-
yeah, because there were pirates right on the like in the Caribbean, right there by Florida, and stuff, and we were like, "Nah, get out of here."
That was
the Cajun
that was
Creole.
100 and
French.
it was like 150 years too soon for slavery. So I don't know what they're talking about there.
Yeah, that's X. For
That's
you.
somebody tweaking.
Jamie, pull up Telegram.
Don't pull up Telegram. You'll just
No,
get some dude like you'll get like some dude named like
It'll probably be gay porn or children dying. Maybe my algo. Is fucked.
it'll be like if you go on Telegram, it'll be like Hitler's best guy 45, and then it'll just be like gore or something.
Oh, yep. They like that.
Gula Wars
Jamie, pull up Obsession. Let's just watch.
went
some
on for
stuff.
40 years. Gula Geechee.
Get CJ script.
Look at that. You can see the
Oh my
Everglades
God.
before they started pouring poison into it and building golf courses on it.
Mhm. Oh, what was it? Okay,
Reduce
so we're
flavor.
talking about.
All right,
Jamie,
so here we
pull
go.
up
We
some
went
stuff on the war 1812.
we went-
Yeah.
Revolutionary War, Tripoli,
We're on 1812.
Seminole Wars. Now we're on 1812.
1812. Yeah.
12.
We're just talking about, you know.
Oh yeah, Andrew Jackson whipped their ass in New Orleans. It's like that Johnny Horton song.
Hell yeah.
That's a good song.
Yeah, but then they lit the shit out of the White House.
It was they backdoored him, bro. Somebody dropped a pen. They just snuck in.
Damn. Yeah.
Probably.
That's why you ain't never sending me your dot.
Andrew Jackson, he fought the siege of New Orleans with like 200-year-old Spanish muskets.
Yep.
Crazy.
They dug him out of an arsenal and
Well,
used them against the British.
Didn't America like invent guerrilla warfare? Like,
yeah.
instead of
We
lining up.
don't have guerrillas here.
Whoa.
Yeah,
but still, like it's the same kind of principle. It's like instead of why are we lining up to shoot these fuckers when we can just hide and not get shot?
Yeah, we did that in 1776.
Yeah,
during
yeah.
the Revolution. Then 1812, we were like, yeah, no, we're good now, and then we got our ass kicked because
Yep.
can't
Yeah,
do that. We were doing a lot of stuff.
Started
with,
off on cowardice.
I mean, the South kind of did a little bit of guerrilla warfare here
Well,
and there.
Yeah,
They coulda won
that's
if they kept
later.
doing
We're-
it.
We're not talking about that
Yeah,
yet. We're on
they could have won if
1812.
there was a little more funding from the Brits, but they didn't want to.
Yeah, they were getting their cotton cheaper from the British from Egypt.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, because that's when Egypt and all that part of the world and India was still under their thumb. Like they were.
the South was getting weapons from
Yeah, they were buying them. They were buying
buying them.
they were buying Enfield muskets. They were buying
That's
Whitworth
what like,
rifles.
they
were
cupped
buying.
their economy. Didn't they have like $1 million bill? You can buy like a Confederate $1 million bill or something.
Yeah, in paper money, but that's not
Yeah.
how we bought stuff. I say we. I'm in the South. Whatever else. I got ancestors that fought in that war, so might as
All
well.
right.
Yeah, we
We
were using gold and cotton to pay for all that stuff.
cotton didn't even become the biggest cash crop in the South until later on.
The cotton gin.
That happened like immediate. That happened like before the war even started. It was pointless.
Right,
It was incredibly pointless.
I guess we're on Civil War.
No,
now.
we got some to go through. We have the Mexican American War.
Oh, Mexican American War.
yeah,
Mexican
yeah.
American War. Yeah. Sorry, Jamie. We're all over the place right now. We started talking about history. Soren's locking in over here. He's like our little teacher, special guest.
Yeah, your little tweaker. What's that?
No, you
Oh.
just look at that.
Yeah, 46, 48. We Texas declared independence. Whooped. Kind of got their ass kicked, but a lot of people died, and we still flex over that. Shout out Alamo.
The Alamo. Remember the Alamo.
But hey,
Goliad.
remember Goliad, and most of all, remember San Jacinto. That's when we really won. Captured Santa Ana. He tried to play that shit off. He was like, "Nah, it's not me."
And then we took their fucking cannons and were like rage baiting them with a flag. Like,
Well, it was our own cannons.
Were they addicted to opium too, or something?
Who Santa Ana? Yeah, he had lost a leg to a cannonball, and
Yeah.
when
Blew
we
that
we
off.
ran into San Jacinto, they were all asleep. I say, "I'm Texan." We ran in there. I was there. I did everything.
I was there. I did everything.
We ran in there. They were all asleep. We had cavalry. We had infantry. Ran in there, and then took them all captive. We took Santa Ana captive, and then the rest of the Mexicans that got up and tried to fight ran into the swamp. They're still there today, by the way. So if you go to the San Jacinto Monument, look at the swamp that's right there. They're all kind of, you can still see bubbles and stuff coming up. Whatever happened, but he tried to play it off when he got captured. It's like I'm just an average soldier, and then one of the soldiers was like, "No, that's my general." They still have his prosthetic leg. It's not even in Texas. It's like in Indiana or something crazy.
Well, because also like the general Mexican people didn't like Santa Ana either. Like
No,
there
I
was
used
a
to-
whole bunch of different Texas wasn't the only one that wanted to break away. We were just backed by America.
I used to rage bait on his Wikipedia
'cause
page.
all these white people from America were moving down there and bringing their slaves. And
Well, they were
like,
paying-
hey,
they were-
you can't have slaves.
they were-
and they were like, we don't like that.
They were paying Americans to come down there
Yeah.
and settle the land because they didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
And then when we were doing all the work, they were like, "Nah, you got to start paying taxes and stuff." And we were like, "Nah, we're not.
Now,
No, we're good."
America's kind of our friend now. We're just gonna do
And
our
so
own thing.
we
and then
we
did
became a country for about
10 years.
10 years, 10, 12 years, something like that. And
I think it
then
was 10.
they were trying to whip our ass again, and then the Americans rolled in and then
Nah.
pushed them all the way to Mexico City
Yep. Fucking America.
with breech loading rifles, the Hall rifle.
Damn. All right, that's Mexican American.
General overview.
General overview of Mexican American. I guess we're going
It's Civil War.
now.
Yep.
Yeah. Which there's a lot in between. Let's give them some in between on the Mexican American to Civil War stage. So
Please don't talk to me about the Civil War, I'll go in here for like 3 hours straight.
We're gonna talk about the Civil War, but we got to get there first. So we're in 1812. Let's talk it up. Let's talk up to what led there. We're
So,
gonna expand.
What really happened between
Manifest
the
Destiny.
Revolutionary War and the Civil War was we were dead broke after the Revolutionary War.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were in hella debt to the French, namely, for helping us out. But that doesn't really have anything to do with the Mexican-American War, other than we were trying to do like a land grab.
Mm-hmm.
Worked out good for America. Well, then we had
As it
some
always
stuff
does.
going on with George Washington with the Whiskey Rebellion, because he was trying to tax people on liquor that they were making in their backyard.
Yep.
It was never enforceable. Didn't really make much sense. But the whole tax about representation without
They just flipped on
taxation
that
without
They
representation.
flipped on that.
They flipped on that.
Taxation.
as America does. We
And
do
then-
that really good too.
We rolled in there with U.S. Army regular troops to put down people making hooch in their backyard.
Yeah.
Because taxes is
And that's something
whatever.
Shit,
So kept going. 1812 started over. Let me think. Napoleon was kicking ass.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know why the War of 1812 started.
But like we're talking about in America, what led up, we were doing Manifest Destiny. We were, we got the Louisiana Purchase. We bought that shit for like pennies
from the Spanish and the French. Yeah.
for the French, yeah. And then, Florida came from the Spanish, and then
the Spanish and the French.
yeah, kind of, yeah, because that was part of the Louisiana.
Because
Purchase.
if you go to Florida, you
Jamie,
go to,
pull up the Louisiana Purchase
Yeah.
on a map.
St. Augustine has a lot of French and Spanish influence.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, that's why they speak Creole and shit down there too.
It's also really funny that Mexicans talk about how Texas is supposed to be like their territory when the entire population of Texas in like 1830 was 30,000 people,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like 80 to 90% white dudes.
Same with California. Like that was just barren at that time. Like America was the one that when we did Manifest Destiny, the gold rush, all of that.
California was like Russian traders, some like Japanese dudes, and
Mm-hmm.
like tribes.
Yeah, see, look, that's the Louisiana Purchase. Okay, yeah, so Spain controlled right up into there.
Yeah, Spain had Florida, Mississippi territory. It was during Andrew Jackson. We started buying up all the stuff. Louisiana Purchase would
and
have
that's
been
America over there on the right.
Orleans territory, and then Spain still had Texas and like a bunch of stuff they had no people in.
Yeah, but how are they going to control that?
You see, they're eating a corner
Well,
up.
and then that's when Mexico became their own thing and broke away from Spain. So that's all technically Mexican territory at a certain point.
Mm-hmm.
And then Texas broke off, and we went up to Colorado and stuff. I think
Colorado and New Mexico.
That's post Louisiana Purchase, though.
We had most of Colorado.
Yeah.
It was like the corner of Texas, the Panhandle extended up. We had that little weird piece of Oklahoma, and then up into Colorado.
Up into Colorado. Yeah.
And then also into Wyoming a little bit.
They kind of fucked us when they made us a state, too. They were like, nah, we got to give the Indians something. I was like, what?
If I could be a Texan resident in Wyoming, that'd be great.
If I could be a Texan resident in Colorado, that'd be pretty good. Like, we should bring back Texas. Bring back old Texas. For real.
You're like, why does Oklahoma need that little finger? They're just like touching us.
Jamie, bring back
For real.
Texas.
Then no, they just wanted to be able to go to New Mexico without driving through.
The most that Spain made it into their purchase was into the desert states. They never really
They
pushed
got into
Colorado.
like New Mexico, Arizona,
They were-
South, like all the southern bits.
They were doing
yeah.
gold prospecting in Colorado, but they never really did any permanent settlements. You see how it's weird? It goes all the way up to like, what is it, Oregon, and then it goes into Wyoming. Like, they never went that far up. They never went that far up.
We got a bunch of stuff in the chat, y'all.
That's my brother.
Is it easy?
What's he saying?
Bush camping has been meta a few times now.
Bush camping?
Bush camping.
Yeah.
Yeah. I doubt he's even in it anymore. But that's a good one. I wish we could. Why didn't we think of that?
Who's the tip of Maine up there? Is that
Maine? That's
That's probably
Brits.
Canada.
Yeah,
British?
because Oregon territory was British.
okay? Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the blue is Indian.
Yeah, that was a finesse. We stole that.
Yeah,
We stole that
blue
shit.
is Indian territory.
We paid like 9 cents and a like half-eaten cheeseburger.
yeah, because
for
they're
that.
up there by Caddo, right there, Caddo Lake area.
Yeah.
That's where the Indians had it.
Finessing Montana out of that was a good flex. Yeah, Spain was like, yeah, we're not going to do this anymore, and they kind of just left. And they're still mad about that, but that's okay.
Yeah, but well, what are they gonna do? It's American.
Also, pretty unfortunate about Mexico.
I
at the
mean,
same
we
time
can
period.
get rid of California. Mexico can take that.
Yeah, we
back.
could just like
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, just give it to Mexico. Why? Okay, let's take whatever it is right there by Texas. Let's take those couple states. Give them California.
we can just like drop a bunch of nukes like around the outside of it
Yeah,
and just
make
like,
it an
make it
island.
an island.
Yeah.
And we can give it
Make it
to
an
the Chinese or whatever. It's fine.
I mean, we have a couple
Yeah.
more earthquakes and it'll just split off.
Yeah, it'll do it
It'll do
anyway.
nothing.
That's like the plot of Escape from L.A. with Kurt Russell.
Yeah, just split that shit off naturally.
They made LA.
We gotta
Like-
keep Nevada though. We gotta have Vegas and Area 51. Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are.
Is there a way we can do it just right on the borderline, like a perfect?
We just build a wall,
Yeah, just
take our water? We take.
and then we got to send everybody.
Everything
We gotta like we gotta like empty out Washington State of everybody that lives there and move them to California.
Yeah.
And
And
then
we
we
just
can-
let normal people move.
So we can
there.
have the PNW back.
Yeah, we can have normal Seattle.
Have you seen the Hoover Dam recently? It's low as shit. The
Yeah,
water's low.
it's because Vegas
They're
is
taking it all.
drinking up all the water.
Yeah,
Well,
Vegas.
and AI, like they're
Yeah, data
building a whole
centers.
bunch of data centers and shit out
Yeah,
there.
data centers.
Fuck AI. Oh my god. It's helpful, I guess.
That's gonna be Lake Mead.
We use it all the time, but it's so stupid. They,
Yeah.
Yeah, Lake Powell, Lake Mead.
okay. Oh yeah, the Hoover Dam. Hoover Dam dry.
That's like AI, but
Yeah, that's,
That's
yeah. As they use AI.
That might be.
God damn.
Yeah,
What?
it used to be full years
Yeah.
ago.
No, I have pictures.
so what this means is it's not actually making any electricity because
Yep.
they don't have
They
any water
don't have
going
no
through it
water.
to spin the turbines.
Jesus. Oh my god.
That's goofy.
Yeah, so if they stopped on that pole, you can see those are
Okay,
all
it has a
underwater.
little water.
Like 20 years ago.
It's got a little water, but oh my god,
The-
yeah,
yeah.
that was all like
It was
the
all
water
submerged.
used to come up.
Well,
Yeah.
this is the problem with having like 3 quadrillion people living on a river that was meant to support like 10,000.
Yeah.
So it's like that one skit that Sam, what's his name, the comedian?
Kinnison?
Yeah, Sam
Yeah,
Kinison
we
did.
have deserts in America, asshole.
We just don't live in
there. Now, apparently we do now.
Yeah, people live in Vegas for I don't know why. It's kind of a hellhole. I've been there.
Yeah. I
I've never been.
last time I was in Vegas, I was a kid.
Well, you go into Vegas, you hop off the plane, and the first thing you see is a slot machine. You're like, oh, okay, so I'm in hell.
Well, no, we went to Circus. That shit was live. I remember seeing a lot of women walking around with their titties out. That was cool.
I remember
was like
that.
8.
It's kind of depressing.
Yeah, I haven't been there. In a
They make good
single-
money.
I'd
Actually, I
probably-
don't know why I'm
I'd
depressed
probably
about
change
that.
my opinion if I went there now.
Supporting single mothers, right?
Well, not because we could go to the Dome and watch some cool shit.
Yeah, you can go see Chris Angel, who's been there for like 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, on a residency.
No, in the Sphere.
Yeah.
Oh, the spear would be
We'll
good.
go watch a Raiders game. Well, I don't know why we'd want to go do that. They'd probably have to
Yeah,
be playing
40,
better.
40
No, we could go
million
see
people
Fernando
rely on
Mendoza.
this water.
With $10,000.
Jesus Christ.
Is that 40,000 or is that
40 mil. Oh.
40
It's
mil.
40,000?
Yeah,
It's
that's
It's 40
that's
mil.
40 mil. Yeah, I don't know why they put a decimal place.
They were tripping. They're angry. They're tight.
Oh, wow, we're in a drought. Big surprise. This is what fossil fuel does, or whatever. Okay.
Fossil fuels did.
I think Vegas.
No,
did
that's
that,
called
actually.
El Nino. It's something that's happened for a long time. All of our dams were for 2 things: change the frequency.
Okay, that's
of
a skit,
the planet. Frequency for child sex trafficking, and adrenochrome harvesting.
2 dams
I
are
like
on
this
the
guy.
34
Like
satanic
this,
list.
Like this.
Yeah,
this.
like
We need
we
more.
need
of
more
this on our
schizo
feed.
posts.
We need more of this on our feed. He's got no likes. Support
He's got
him.
15,000 views and 0 likes.
One line.
I'm glad that it's.
Yeah, I like this.
I'm
In
glad.
2024.
Yeah, I like this. I like this.
Yeah, I'm glad that Q Mum is
Repost it. Repost it.
Yeah,
This'll be
like
our
and a
one
repost. Don't repost
This will
it.
be our one
No,
repost.
no. No, that's tweaked.
No, I like this. I like this shit.
You like it to laugh at. You don't like it as in you think it's cool.
No. It's I like to laugh at it. It's funny. I definitely don't think that's real. Not at all. It's fake, sadly.
Okay, so we did what? So we got up to the Civil War.
Oh yeah, no, we're going to the Civil War now. We were trying to explain the Civil War, how that,
Oh yeah, Civil War.
how
So
it led up.
yeah, you had the feds were trying to do some weird stuff with tariffs. They were tariffing the hell out of the South on all of the stuff regarding slavery or whatever.
And their
They called it the
right
tariffs of
slavery.
abominations or whatever.
because we were still selling it all to Europe, and like the North at that time had the Industrial Revolution going on, because that was the factors. But we were selling way more raw materials over to
also-
Europe than they were selling
The South
manufactured
was
goods,
majority
because-
agricultural, so it was food and crops and
Well,
stuff.
also you got to think Europe was way ahead of us industrially at the time, so they'd rather import the raw materials and make their own shit there, keep their costs down. And so the North was having trouble selling goods out of state or out of the country, because the South was just exporting so many raw materials, so much raw materials. And so that was definitely part of it. Slaves, yeah, that was
That's what everybody wants to say. It was. It was. It was.
that was
about
not the
majority.
main reason. There's a lot of different reasons. The states' rights was the main issue, because we were supposed to be a republic, and that's when we got a little bit too federalized. They were like, the
let's talk
government was
about-
like, nah.
Let's talk about just a little the slaves a little bit. Okay,
Let's
so
talk about the slaves.
Jamie,
yeah.
pull up. Who's the largest slave owner?
Oh my God!
To the Civil War.
Who owned the boats? Who owned the boats? Who owned the boats that? Okay, moving
Dutch
on.
owned the boat.
Moving
Oh
on.
my God! Didn't Pepsi own the boats? No, I'm
Yeah.
joking.
I heard it was Bill Gates actually.
Yeah, probably.
It's the Rothschilds.
Definitely the roster.
it's the Jew. We're on YouTube.
We're on YouTube.
Yeah, no. Everybody wants to think that slaves was the reason behind the Civil War, but you had a lot of economic disparity going on. The North was trying to eat up. Well, they were trying to do weird stuff like split states up in different pieces
Yeah.
so they could get more votes.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why South Carolina and
Well,
West
'cause,
Virginia,
It
South
was like
Carolina,
south of the 45th
Virginia,
parallel,
North
and then
Mason-Dixon line or whatever.
Mason-Dixon line. Yeah,
But you had
that's why it's called Dixieland.
you had West Virginia and Virginia split apart into two states to get more seats because they didn't like that Virginia was
Free.
more of a slave state. West
Oh.
Virginia wasn't. South Carolina, North Carolina, South Carolina was a Confederate state. North Carolina wasn't, or somewhat. They had Union and Confederate stuff being raised out of that states, but they would split them up. They didn't like the fact that the states were
Because they were trying to balance it. For every slave state, there was a free state.
just for seats in the House and Senate
Yeah.
and stuff. That was prior to the Civil War.
The 3/5 compromise and all that shit. Yeah.
But they did all that, trying to rig the vote, and then eventually it came down to where the southern states were getting tariffed into like the ground. It was like a problem. They weren't making any money, and then the Civil War kicked off. They were trying to do votes on, not necessarily freeing the slaves at this point, but more so trying to keep the southern states in the Union. The southern states split off prior to the question of slavery even being brought up. That happened after 1863, after Gettysburg.
Yeah.
Well, also, you got to remember
Proclamation.
the winners
Free slaves.
kind of write history, so they're going to try to dog on.
We got to
them
get Shelby
the
Foote
whole
to sit on
time.
the podcast. He can talk your ear off about the Confederacy.
Hell yeah.
But
Well, I don't want to be that kind of podcast where we're just leaning definitely, because there's going to be people like, oh, you miss slavery. It's not even about the slavery. It was the federalization and the power of the federal government.
That's right.
yeah,
We were set up as a constitutional republic.
and
At the end of the day, that's
But
what they
the
want. Yeah.
state should have their vote.
Yeah.
What they want to do, but
Yeah.
they wanted to change that. We didn't.
And the South didn't want to.
at the time, secession wasn't even illegal.
Yeah.
You could leave if you wanted to. Lincoln should have brick and said no.
And that's another thing. There's this common misconception that people think that Texas can just leave at any time. No, not true.
No,
we
they-
can break up into 4 states at any time
Well,
with a vote, but we can't just leave. Secession is illegal now.
Yeah,
After the
it's
Civil War.
secession, yes.
All the way around.
But it's a possibility. But I mean,
With war,
kinda,
you'd have to fight a war on that. Which
It's called you got a self-determination. If you have an idea you want to die for
We have
its
the resources.
the freedom of self determination.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah,
But
it's not very-
in the laws, as according to the law book,
No.
you can't leave.
Yeah, they amended that in the Constitution.
Yeah, can't leave.
So prior to the Civil War, you were kosher to leave at any point. Lincoln should have brick said, "No, guys, you can't actually do that."
Yeah.
And then 300,000 Union soldiers died, mostly foreigners, because they were pumping infinite Irishmen and Germans
Yep.
into the army.
Yep, that's when we started bringing people like importing Irish.
But they
people.
were
And
out of-
that's
they
why
were out of
that's why
Europe.
Boston has that accent. That's why New York has that accent. Is
Yeah.
We're just importing people to die.
You know, like gangs in New
Or
York.
it was
Yeah.
even before the war, because
So we've been
my family
importing.
came from
We've been
Ireland
importing the third world this whole time. If you think about it,
before.
just to fight our wars and do our dirty work.
The concept of the third world's rather new.
Yeah, but,
Ireland was, dirt poor, but that's because of issues with the British, like
yeah.
taking a dump on them. But when it comes to the Civil War, the South seceded, all the states broke away. Texas joined. Louisiana, South Carolina, South Carolina,
wasn't like
Virginia.
Tennessee and all of them that one of the first
They were out there, so they were kind of mixed. You had border states like Kansas.
states.
Kansas
Yeah, because there's
was sort of they weren't necessarily a state yet, but it was a territory. And so you had the Jayhawkers and the Bushwhackers, which was
Pioneer people.
Redlegs. The Jayhawkers being Union, you had the Bushwhackers Confederate, and then Redlegs also Union, where they were
The
going around
Kansas,
people's
Nebraska
farms and then
Act.
killing them.
What does it say? Slave.
like 1 to 20. Not everyone had slaves.
Yeah,
They weren't affordable for the average man. See, my
Yeah,
brother's
that's true.
smart.
That is
Brother's
very
smart.
true. Yeah. I mean, I had
Like
family around
our
that.
family,
It's like-
our family was sharecroppers, dude.
The census just shows them as farmers.
Yeah.
And they don't claim anybody but like children.
Our family was sharecroppers, dude. That's damn
Yeah.
near in like
Basically, that's all. it
you're
was,
in,
you
you're
know?
basically a slave.
Bunch of
You get a
slaves.
little money, but it wasn't
Yeah,
a living wage.
they bring
let
up the
you
whole
quarter.
slave issue kind of too much, because you had the
Well,
Irish.
had a portion a little bit.
You had the Irish and the Germans, which were treated as like second class. So, like Irish
Was-
can't need not
America
apply.
damn near always had like a caste system. There's the elites and the people who run shit, and then there's everybody else.
Yeah, it's always been the WASPs, so the white Anglo-Saxon Protestants,
Mm-hmm.
which are leading society, which is what New York and
Yep.
all of the cities up there were always Scottish dudes that were Protestant. Irish or Scottish
Shit.
or English rather. But then you get to the Civil War, whatever. Moving on, the South seceded.
Mm-hmm.
Lincoln shit a brick.
Fuck.
Fort Sumter got attacked.
Yeah.
Confederates fired first. Whatever. Who cares?
Allegedly.
I thought they didn't know who fired first.
Allegedly.
They rewrite the books, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But it happened. Then goes on, 5 years of
Well, guess who
warfare.
controls those books?
Ghislaine
Ghislaine
Maxwell's
Max-
dad.
Yeah, Ghislaine Maxwell's dad wrote those books.
Yeah, Maxwell House.
The Mossad agent
The Messiah.
that died on a yacht wrote those books. Who controls that? That real true story.
Yeah.
So-
and, they gave up because they couldn't keep up.
The Union got their ass whooped for like 3 years straight.
Oh yeah. Whooped them.
The first
it was the financial shit that crippled the South. Their economy was just in the gutter.
Yeah, it was that, and the fact that
Resources.
the Union had infinite manpower because they could just ship more Irishmen.
Well,
off a
they
boat
had
and
all the
hand them a rifle.
factories. They had all the factories.
They had all the factories.
Yeah, we didn't have any
They
way
had
to
the
make
supplies.
anything. We were the raw materials. They were the makers.
There's
And
a bunch
we
of
didn't-
farmers and rednecks coming out the woods.
Because in
Whatever
every
they
state
had.
that had a heavy industrialized, society, they were like, no, we're not gonna. Why would we make these people slaves when we can make them work for 20 cents an hour?
Well, they were still slaves until 1865.
Yeah.
Well, the war was over.
Have y'all heard of the first Louisiana?
First
Yeah,
of
the-
all-
Or is that AI?
The first Louisiana, like the regiment,
Yeah.
that's real.
I haven't
Is
heard,
it real?
I haven't heard
Yeah,
about
pull
that.
that up.
Yeah, first Louisiana.
Yeah. Regiment.
Yeah,
Picture of these.
you're talking about the Zouaves, where they had the striped pants.
No, I thought they were all black. It's a whole black regiment in the South.
That's pretty common. You had
Yeah.
a lot of Southern guys going into combat towards the end, where they would bring their slaves with them, and the slaves would pick up a rifle and shoot back. They don't really care.
Yeah, they didn't know either. I mean, neither did the farmers really. Know
He also had
what was going on. There wasn't no phones or X or anything to read. Nobody knew.
formed in New Orleans.
Y'all down here, so we fight. What is this?
960, 162 cattle rifles.
I was thinking pull up the picture of the regiment.
This is going to be a white regiment.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
The all black regiments were were going to be, the United States colored.
Mhm.
If you
USCT.
that's like World War One and
No,
two.
that's going to be Civil War, USCT.
Really.
Yeah.
After that, pull up USCT maybe.
Which they also got. Those guys got funneled into a crater, and the Battle of the Crater, they got funneled into a crater and they all died. So by the Confederates killed them. It was during the siege of Vicksburg or Atlanta, something like that. Let's see, the Native Guard, an all black regiment.
No, it's like a.
Oh, this is it. First Louisiana Native Guard.
Yeah, it's all gonna be like drawings. They don't
Go to the website,
They had a picture, but the one I'm thinking of.
warhistory.com. Click on the link. Yeah, the South and the North.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow. No, that's not white people.
That's not.
But this is going to be natives.
Oh, they're native. Native.
Oh, this isn't First Louisiana. No, never mind.
Yeah, this is it. Native Guard,
Oh, yeah.
South and North. Okay, let's go. Let's read. Keep going. Let's get to the Civil War part of it.
Exactly what the first. Okay, after Louisiana had announced right here, withdrawal.
From the Union, yeah.
Several prominent free blacks held a meeting for black men in response to Louisiana Governor Moore's plea to the state for troops. Of the 2,000 black men who showed up, 75% of them signed up for the state's militia, and significant portion of total free black population in the state.
Yeah, they were never given a chance to fight. Seems like.
So they were fighting for the South, or they were fighting for the North.
Yeah, they were reformed into Union.
And this is like this is along the lines of like the burning of Brenham too, or that was later Civil War.
That was 1860s or
That was
1866, 1867.
That was later.
After the war even ended. That was during Reconstruction.
Didn't that start because like just a bar fight?
It started because some dude brought a colored woman into a city ball, and the guys, the Union troops, the occupying troops that brought the woman into the ball, both got shot,
Oh,
and then
Yeah.
the town got burned down.
well, yeah. That
Yeah, the
reasonable response, I
USDT,
think.
is that part of like 54th?
What?
The 54th is probably part of that too.
54th.
The last 166 regiments of black soldiers. Yeah. 54 was probably, yeah.
166, yeah. They
Yeah,
so
166.
during the Civil War, they seized slaves as spoils of war, not as people.
Yeah.
So that's something to be remembered. They
Yeah.
didn't treat them as people until
Yeah,
after the war was over.
It's a very different context back then too, because people think about people differently. You know, they back then they viewed different races how we view different
Yeah.
genes, like you know.
thousands of years anyway.
Well, like how we
Everywhere
look at a monkey or we go to the zoo and see a gorilla, like that's literally how they thought about it back then. Like we're different species. We
Yeah.
didn't know we were all human.
If you keep going down,
Well,
well,
Jamie left.
Jamie left. If you keep going down, you'll get to the part where they were shoveled into the crater. There was a siege going on. I don't remember if it was Vicksburg or Atlanta, but they had dug what they called a mine. So it's not like a coal mine. You dig a tunnel underneath enemy lines. You put a bunch of explosives, and then you blow the fortifications out. They did that Civil War, and then World War One happened a lot. They blew the line up, and then there was a delay. So there was a big delay between when it went off and when the troops actually went in to, exploit the gap that had been blown up. So by the time they had actually gotten around to send troops into the crater, all of the Confederates had okay, yeah, we just got blown up. Time to grab my gun. They got shoveled into the crater. They couldn't get out because it was like a path coming down and then a big, shoehorn, like a box. They got shoveled in there and, chewed to pieces. That was all on the Union.
War crimes since day one.
That
America.
was before.
I don't know if that's considered a war crime. That's just more
It
like
wasn't
being
a
stupid. If you want to talk about war crimes, you can talk about Fort Pillow
Oh,
with
well,
um,
fill us in on Fort Pillow. Jamie,
Fort
pull
Pillow?
up Fort Pillow.
that was one of
Is that in the Civil War?
yeah. It's
Fort
going to be
Pillow.
one of General Forrest's escapades.
Nathan
Yeah.
Bedford.
Yeah.
Wow.
Also started
A massacre. Fort
Yeah.
Pillow Massacre. Confederate slaughter of African American federal troops stationed at Fort Pillow, Tennessee on April 12, 1864 during the American Civil War. The action stemmed from Southern outrage at the North's use of black soldiers. From the beginning of hostilities, the Confederate leadership was faced with the question of whether to treat black soldiers captured in battle as slaves or in insurrection, or as the Union instead as prisoners of war. Ooh, so they were just assuming every black person was an escaped slave.
Yeah.
Oh,
And so
wow.
the
Jesus Christ.
the response to being an escaped slave was death generally.
Wow.
So they just kind of killed them all. So
Jesus. And that was back in
they're
the.
Union dressed, right?
yep, they're in
I
uniform.
mean, they're going to kill them anyway. I mean, they're
Nah, because they would take
Well,
prisoners
you-
of war. They would leave the white men alive.
Yeah, they would send them to prison camps.
Yeah.
If they shooting back, I'm going to be shooting too.
Well,
The-
no, as when you capture them instead.
Oh yeah. Okay.
During the Civil War, what you'd see if you got captured was they'd make you sign an oath not to go fight again, and then you could just go home. That doesn't happen anymore.
Break that oath.
They wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do it. They just go home because I mean there's a lot of people in the Civil War. You'll see
They're like,
their
fuck this.
their original enlistment papers where it's like joined this regiment, defected
Well,
like
it
a
was
month
like-
later, went home,
it was-
came back 2 years later, fought again.
It was
defected,
kind of like
went home.
World War One and Two in the sense of a lot of the troops or divisions and shit were based off of your area. Like you knew all the people you were fighting with. You were like, bro,
Yeah.
I saw my cousin Joey get shot in the face. Like,
Yeah.
I want to go home.
There's
You can't leave, man.
Now they intentionally keep you with people you don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can actually sign up and have battle buddy and go in the same.
Yeah, but
Yeah, somebody needs to play Subway Surfers for this guy.
What do you say? What's about?
that's my brother, bro.
I'm bored. Somebody play Fortnite in the corner.
Hey, I was thinking maybe we take a little break since we're wrapping up with Civil War. Take a little break, piss. And we'll get back
the
to it.
next wars.
Yeah, get to the next wars. Keep talking. I gotta pee. I gotta pee. We good?
I'll be the sad one if that's what you need. Take every piece, take everything that you want from me. I'll wake the fuck up, stop brushing my teeth. No reason to sleep, wasted on dreams, a born again fiend. Smoke me out in your parents' basement. that's what you need. Take every piece, take everything that you want from me. Smoke me out in your parents' basement. Pass it round, let's get high here on the pavement. Hold me down, run me wild, run me naked. Pass it round, let's get high here on the pavement. It's raining and pouring, and now you're just ignoring me. It's hard enough just to try and breathe. You need a replacement, full boxes, empty spaces. I wasn't enough to make you feel alive. I hope you know, I hope it's over. You're acting younger, I'm getting old. I get a little tired sometimes. And now I say goodbye. You're kicking and screaming, starting fights to hear your voice. Fuck the silence, rather keep the noise. This cycle we're spinning just leaves me indifferent now. It's coming up and feeling upside down. I hope you know, I hope it's over. You're acting younger, I'm getting old. I get a little tired sometimes. And now I say goodbye. I hope you know, I hope it's over. You're acting younger, I'm getting old. I get a little tired sometimes. I get a little tired sometimes. I get a little tired sometimes. And now I say goodbye.
We back? All good.
Live
Yeah,
again.
that's bad. So we were getting into
We're gonna end the Civil War real quick.
yeah, Civil War, no more. If y'all were in here before, talking about the Civil War.
The South lost. It sucked. Whatever.
Mm-hmm. It was really bad.
Shout out Frank and Jesse James. They kept it for a real one. for 20 years after the fact. Okay. Getting on to the Indian Wars.
Indian Wars.
The Indians started getting uppity because we were going west, trying to get that free shit. You know what I'm saying?
Manifest
We
Destiny.
were trying to hit the liquor store, trying to get us some Hennessy. We were trying to get us some. Trying to get some Stigarillos,
gold.
and some land, and some buffaloes.
Some gold. The Oregon Trail.
Those, yeah, Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
Y'all ever play that game?
Yeah. I always die of dysentery.
I died of shitting myself.
I died from dysentery.
Dysentery is where you shit yourself to death.
Yep.
Yeah. Or is it because you aren't going?
No, it's because you're shitting too much.
Shitting
Oh,
water.
too
Yeah, you're
What's
Yeah, and
the
then-
opposite? Isn't there something where
It's
you
constipation.
and you can die from that?
Yeah, you can die of that. Yeah.
Oh no.
You can die of a lot of things.
Yeah, you go if you get constipation, your organs rupture,
Pull
you die
that
of
up, Jamie,
sepsis.
though. Indian Wars. Indian Wars.
Happened for a long time. It was like 200 years of constant war because they lump everything in.
Okay, look, this is a perfect kind of segment right
And I
here.
swear to God, we're never talking about the Philippine-American War. I don't want to get into that.
Philippine-American War.
It's when we were fighting the Spanish had the Philippines at the time. We came in there, whooped their
I
ass,
just
and then we
weren't
wound
a big
up
fan of Spain.
we wound up having to fight the Philippine natives after a while, and we took a lot of casualties. It's actually how we invented 45 ACP, because the Indians were all hopped up on drugs and they wouldn't die to 38, so we had to bring back 45 long Colt out of the old revolvers, and then we did the 1911 after the fact because it wasn't cutting it. The
And it
Moro,
won 2 world wars.
2 world wars.
but
The
yeah,
Indian Wars.
getting to the Indian
Just
Wars.
click the X. The Indian
It's
Wars.
Custer, that's my boy. That's my boy right there.
Click the X. Accept and close.
Didn't they have guns though?
It started.
The Indians had guns for sure at this point because Spain was arming them. Louisiana or fucking yeah.
It started the moment we arrived in 1607.
Wow.
They was
and
beefing.
So this was going on throughout all of the wars we were talking about.
They can't stand white boys with motion, dude. They can't do that.
White boys with motion, man. Hey, we coming back. We coming back. We
Sean's
coming back. We coming back. Yeah.
Yeah, they were trying to murk us, but you know that happened for a long time. They were getting their ass whooped.
We weren't colonizers, like you said. We weren't colonizers. We were conquerors. Yeah.
We invented the Texas Rangers to kill all the Apache and
Now they just kind of
Cherokee.
investigate shit.
Yeah.
they would like pull like actual criminals into the Texas Rangers to do work.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
That's crazy.
But anywho, you get up to
The
like
Kilt War over trade expansion.
Pequot War,
Susquehannock. Algonquins.
Algonquins.
Wow.
That's gonna be New
Yeah,
York.
we were just fighting all of these people. To them, that was their world war. The Indians, they were probably like, "Holy fuck,
The Iroquois.
what's going on?" They didn't even have
Beaver
boats.
Yeah, then you had the Beaver Wars between the French, their Indian allies, and the Iroquois Confederacy, which was huge.
Mm-hmm.
60-year-long war. But anyway, you get up to the actual main Indian Wars from like 1817, as it says, to 98 is when it ended because there was none left. They lost. They took the L.
Just drove them away. Pushed them to Oklahoma.
Immediately after the Civil War, the Union started expanding west. So through all of the shithole states like Ohio. Fuck Ohio.
The flyover states, yeah. Why did we even push them out of there, man?
Land expansion. You had to have more room for settlers because the East Coast was getting
Yeah,
kind
but
of.
they ain't even got anything over there anyway.
Well,
They got a
you're
couple
farming.
cities
You're farming and running cattle, but
Well, we
the
can make
East
them
Coast
do
was
that.
super congested because you got to remember, like a land grant back then
Yeah.
was like 10,000 acres per person.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
like
the 13
huge.
colonies. That wasn't that much. Gotta move west.
You know, so
And
we
also,
started
People wanted to start, their own little settlements.
Yeah.
or go to California at the time
Oh,
Yeah,
California, too.
the Oregon Trail.
because you had the
Jimmy
gold
pulled up
rush.
the
The gold
Oregon
rush,
Trail.
1870s, 1880s gold rush happened.
Look up the Oregon Trail and the Gold Rush.
Gold rush started in like I think 1840.
Yeah, look up the Gold Rush.
Because all the settlers got off the boat into New York. People are like flexing bricks because they got gold money. Yeah, it started when?
1825 sounds more right.
1825.
Yeah.
1852, so before the Civil War. Yeah, there you go. John Sutter.
Again, after gold was found in Sutter Mill.
You know,
read
so-
it?
Yeah, everybody was. He found gold in his river when he built the sawmill, and
That's
in
when they were
Coloma.
panning shit, huh?
Yep.
Yep.
Prospectors.
And so the
49ers.
news spread
49ers,
west.
Yeah, that's where it started.
That's why they're called the 49ers.
They also ran him for his pockets. If you scroll up, they stole all his shit and he went bankrupt.
Really? Wait, where?
Right there.
With his property overrun and his goods and livestock stolen, destroyed, Sutter was bankrupt by 1852. Wow. So they kind of just came in and said, fuck yo shit.
Yeah, so
Ours,
everybody,
man.
they were moving west trying to get, a fortune or whatever. So they're moving west across all the Indian.
This is the beginning of the
Occupies the-
American dream. You can do what you want. You can. Yeah.
Why not?
And so going west, moving across the states, you had Plains Indians, which were the worst of them all, like killing babies with rocks
Like, yeah.
or eating people, stuff like that.
Yeah, they were crazy. Wouldn't they wear like their dead? Like
Blood.
if they killed the enemy leader, they would wear their skin as like a mask or something.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
If you read like the first half of like Blood Meridian, it goes into some of the real gruesome stuff, like babies hung from trees and stuff. That was real. They weren't like good people. The whole righteous savage myth is
No.
something that makes me seethe to this day.
Yeah, no. They want to make them feel like, oh, they were all good people
No,
living off the
absolutely
land.
not.
They were all fighting with each other
Scouting
before we
people.
even showed up.
They've
They
been
just didn't
fighting-
write it down.
They've
They
been
just-
fighting here.
Yeah, they
for-
just didn't write it down. They were all killing and fucking
Yeah.
each other up.
Although I do admire the fact that the Indians do what they call oral history, or they'll do illustrated history on buffalo hide, which is where it'll be an event that happened, namely during later on in the Indian Wars, 1870s, 1880s, where they would have a battle or something, and there'd be some dude like watching it happen, and then he would get the details like correct down to like the rank tabs on your uniform down on a buffalo hide, and so there's quite a few of those out there. It'll be like whatever battle of the moat.
You can put it back.
Battle
back
of
full
the
screen.
Battle of the whatever, and it'll be this blonde-haired Union dude in a cavalry uniform getting his head chopped off by an Indian, and that's like an actual thing that happened.
You can just put it back full screen. Yeah.
And it's not written down in a book; it's just illustrated along with oral history. So you go to I have a book on this from the Little Bighorn battle where the Indians after the fact were telling stories about physical descriptions of the soldiers, and it would be this guy got shot in the back, and then on the battlefield that guy got shot in the back or shot himself in the head or whatever, stuff like that.
God dang. We won't move into World War One now.
Let's talk about Custer.
Custer.
Custer had some tea.
Pull that.
Custer and Libby. Custer and Libby.
What do you want to look it up?
George Armstrong Custer and Libby Custer.
Yeah, pull it up.
They were freaks. Look up their letters.
Their letters. Pull it up. Just put that up there. Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, the love letters. There you go.
Wow. Letter written 4 days after their 5th wedding anniversary.
Yeah, the love letters are kind of crazy.
I'm stuck on the fact her middle name is Bacon.
Bacon?
Maybe bacon.
Bacon. That's funny. Dang.
Yeah, no, Custer and Libby were like swingers before it was cool.
Damn.
So they'd be out at forts on the frontier and they'd be like banging it out with like their staffs, wives, whatever. And then Custer had like a Native American girl that he took in. That was what was her name? It was like an Indian squaw. And they would have threesomes with her.
Oh, Pocahontas?
No, that's earlier. It's like, dude.
Well, that's what they did to Pocahontas too, man. You think Lewis and Clark weren't getting loose on that, dude?
Oh my god.
They
That's not
definitely
Pocahontas.
were.
That's
That's Pocahontas.
no.
Pocahontas. That is
Lewis and
Pocahontas.
Clark- No, Lewis and Clark was.
Lewis and Clark.
We.
That was Sacagawea. Pocahontas was earlier. That was like
Yeah.
that was John
I don't
Smith and
fucking
the.
know. They were loving them Indian ladies. They
Hey,
were loving
it
them
happened.
Indian ladies.
But yeah, no.
They were like the.
Oh
original
yeah, baby.
Latinas.
Oh,
They were the original Latinas.
The OG Latinas. Yeah.
Yeah, Custer, he was going on a campaign against the Sioux Indians in Montana and Wyoming in the Black Hills, and he followed him up there. And the rest is history. He kind of got his ass whooped, but the main reason he died is because his two subordinates left him out there to die because they were mad he was slaying so much puss, or at least that's what I think. Yeah, that was
Allegedly. Slaying a lot of puss.
Anyways, that happened, blah, blah, blah. We went apeshit on the Indians. They got their ass whooped immediately after that. Moving on.
Moving on.
Lots of ass whooping.
I think we just jumped straight to World War One. Let's go to World War One. We kind of jumped back prior to.
We had no business.
Yeah, we kind of went back a little bit. We said we were going to go
I'm
forward.
talking about World War One. We had no business.
Oh yeah, no.
It was not our problem.
World War One. That got started. Archduke Ferdinand got shot in the face.
Yeah, in Serbia.
Yeah. And apparently they had a
Serbia
plot going
did it.
on where they were trying to throw a bomb and they missed, and then it blew up the car behind them. And so they took a different route, still went to the fucking meeting, and then as they were leaving the meeting, they wanted to go to this fucking sandwich shop or something, and then one of the guys who was part of the plot to kill him was like, oh shit, he's right there. Shoots, hits his wife, shoots again, hits him, shoots again, hits him again. And then
that kicked off everything
That kicked
for
off
whatever
everything.
reason. Like
well, because they
remains
were
to
all
be.
cousins and they were all fucking each other, dude. They were
Many such crash outs have been caused by dudes fucking each other and women
dudes
fucking each other.
Yeah.
It's the Habsburgs, Yeah, lots of bullshit in the World War.
14 through 18 embroiled the most nations in Europe. See, I like how we call it the First World War, but really, like, Asia really didn't have that much to do with it. Like, this wasn't war, World War. This was like
And the
hemisphere
Japanese were involved, and for whatever reason, they were allied with the British this time.
Wow, big
Which is
switch up.
So
Big switch up.
yeah, the Japanese were on the good guys.
Oh yeah, Hitler.
Hitler was
Hitler
there.
fought in
Look at him,
World
he's
War
happy as
One.
hell. Look at him, he's taking a little jog, knees bent,
Yeah, thinking about his
smile on his face,
thinking about his paintings.
thinking about his dog at the time.
Yeah.
Just thinking about his dog.
No, this is
Pre-meth.
this is
pre-meth.
pre-meth because meth was
Yeah.
started by the Nazis.
Hitler
They
had a
did
pet dog
everything.
at the time in World War One, and
Hitler loved dogs.
Hitler had a dog, and some dude stole his dog, and he went ape shit. Actually, so
He
it's like
kind
a,
of John Wick.
John Wick did,
John
yeah.
Wick, yeah.
yeah.
The painter is like John Wick. That's wild.
The
So
painter, the Austrian painter.
yeah, it ended up in the Bolshevik Revolution, which was a nightmare.
Well, and then
Yeah,
the Treaty of Versailles isn't or
That's
Treaty of
some
Versailles
treaty-
was the end of the war
How many
between
million
France, Germany,
Christians were-
But isn't that
Austria-Hungary,
what
and
isn't that
England.
what fucked Germany over
Yeah.
and caused
Yes.
all of their
Yes.
economic woes that caused the rise of Hitler?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, his rise.
A little too harsh.
Yeah. Well, also the what's it called? The Great Depression was global. Like
That was later.
yeah, but that also sparked a lot of
That was in the 30s.
yeah, but that's what sparked. Yeah, I'm talking
28.
what led into World War II. Sorry, we're not even
We're not
talking.
even
War, I'm
World War II yet.
talking World War II right now.
Yeah.
But World War One did have that effect. Like that, it
The
just
trench warfare. I mean,
yeah,
that was crazy.
gas.
Gas. Yeah.
Artillery. I think the first day of hostilities between the
And
French and
this-
the Germans, it was like 200,000 people died.
This is the first big scale war where like planes were involved and shit.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, drop. They were trying to
Had to do
figure out how to
something.
drop explosives off of
And
planes.
shoot guns. Yeah.
Like, weren't they literally just dropping grenades off
Yeah.
of planes at
Yes.
first?
And
They were just
and
getting
they were-
really low and
it was
dropping
in
grenades.
glass jars.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they pull the pin, stick it in a glass jar with the spoon on it, and then when the glass hit the ground, it would break, and then the
Bang.
grenade would
Yeah.
flip the spoon, and it would go off.
That's the innovation of bombs, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
Aerial combat, yeah. And then I don't have much to say about the Western Front. It's kind of just a bunch of bullshit on and off. The Germans almost won, though. That's notable.
yeah.
They were trying to get to Paris, and if they would have held on another year without the Americans showing up, they probably would have gotten a ceasefire.
But America comes through and
And
just
whoops.
wreck shit like we do all the time.
We weren't really
Leave a
doing that
trail.
good because we didn't
Shit.
know what was going on.
We weren't.
It took us a while to get used to it, and then once we had
Yeah.
like all of our dudes like,
we were too busy.
all right,
fighting
we're
the
going here and
wolves,
there.
you know?
Yeah, we had to figure
That was like way later because we had already been fighting the Philippines.
Yeah.
Um,
Whoa, what is this? Grim photos taken by H.M. Wait.
yeah, near St. Quentin, which is a chapel,
Wow.
probably.
That's
The guy on the
wild.
left is German. The guy on the right's German.
One's like an officer, one's a soldier.
Oh, they both had like soft caps on, but
Oh.
one of them had a helmet.
Well, one had a
Yeah,
helmet.
it's a German helmet.
Oh,
Z Germans.
Z Germans, yeah.
Yeah, you get into the Bolshevik Revolution, everything starts going real apeshit. You had so they were going against the monarchy because, I guess Russians are idiots, generally speaking. So I guess being broke wasn't good enough for them, so they had to go kill the entire royal family, including all of their children, and ruin the country for 80 years. But some pretty funny shit happened with that. You had there was a guy in the White Russian army. So you had the Reds, the communists, and you had the Whites, which were the Tsarists,
Yeah,
even though the Tsar was dead.
Yeah.
That were fighting after World War One.
Yeah. 'Cause that was the
Roman
fall of
von
Russia.
Ungern Sternberg. Look him up.
Roman
Just look up Sternberg. Sternberg.
Sternberg.
And it's a Roman von Ungern, the guy with the hard ass picture right there.
Yeah. Wow. Pull that up. Yeah.
Yeah, this was the Bloody White Baron. That's what they called him. He looks deranged. This is what I want to be when I grow up.
This is what you want to be when you grow
I
up.
want to be this when I grow up.
Wow.
Do you think I can get the mustache
Where
going?
does Chin go? It's got
Because he's got a beard, dude. He's fried.
Yeah,
Look at his
his
eyes.
forehead.
So this guy converted to Buddhism.
Buddhism.
He converted to
Wow.
Buddhism with like Christian stuff
Is that
behind
on
it.
Stream, Jamie.
Interesting.
And so he took over Mongolia because he was in he was in the east, the Asiatic squadron. So that would have been like cavalry guys.
Mm-hmm.
He was serving in the what was it, the Cossack host. So like the Cossacks, like the horsemen. It's like our versions of like so you're British, you have like the Scots, they're like nuts. In Russia, you have the Cossacks, the horse guys, the plainsmen, the nomads.
Then
So-
they get treated they got like taught and shit by the Mongolians.
The Cossacks got like genocided by the Russians, like the communists,
Oh,
because
yeah,
they were
yeah,
like
yeah.
a different ethnic group and they were, whatever.
The
So
Tsars.
they got sent off to Siberia or whatever later on. But this guy was serving with them.
Well, the Mongolians were supposedly really good on horses and shit too.
Yeah, there's nothing
yeah.
here about him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Mad Baron. So basically he was serving with them. The war kicked off, the Civil War kicked off, and so he got assigned to the cavalry. He moved off to Mongolia at the time, which was, Russian territory. The Chinese were occupying Mongolia at the time, so Russian Civil War, lots of funny business. And at the time, he was kind of going crazy. I mean, he was like executing people, putting people on spikes and shit, as you do if you're a warlord. And he kind of just stopped
That's like
being.
Vlad the Impaler.
He stopped being like a Russian soldier. He just kind of went apeshit. So
Look up Vlad the Impaler. That's way old, but still.
yeah,
That's what I think about when you putting people on spikes.
Yeah.
You set them up there on the ass and just let them slide down slowly.
Yeah.
but yeah, this guy, dude, he went. What is it, like beast mode? Is that what we call it? Beast mode.
Beast mode.
Beast mode.
He went crazy style.
So he tried to break out the Bogd Khan. So that was like the leader of Mongolia. So he jailbroke his ass out of prison.
This guy?
Yeah, he broke him out of
Wow.
jail, and he was planning to go. He met with the what was it? The who's the dude in like the orange suit that's like Tibetan monk? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, the monks?
No.
That's like the Buddhist
yeah,
guys.
Buddha monks?
Not a monk, but it's
They're Buddhist.
along the same similar vein. Yeah.
It's just
Something
like
Well,
Tibetan
monk is like
no. What's like the big one? Like the Pope of the
Buddha?
Buddhists.
Oh,
Buddha. Jamie looked that up.
Yeah,
The Dalai Lama.
Dalai Lama.
Yeah. So the Dalai Lama said that he was like a reincarnation of the god of war.
Wow.
And so he was like, "Oh, this is awesome." Goes ape shit, and he was planning to start like a new Mongolian empire and then rush everybody from Mongolia into Europe to kick their ass because he was saying that everybody that's not a monarchist is like horrible, and Europe needs to be taught a lesson again.
Wow.
And then he got caught by the Russians and shot. Yeah, beast mode
by
came to an
the
end.
by the communists.
Yeah, by the communists.
Yeah. Because there was Tsarist Russia, and then there was the
Tsarist
Russian
Russia
Revolution.
lost
At
pretty
post
quick.
that was like around right after World War One.
Yeah,
Yeah, look up the
because this is in the
Russian
20s. This is
Revolution,
like 3 years later.
yeah. Look up the Russian Revolution. I liked how we started talking about American wars, and now we're just
then
talking
we're-
about
This guy's beast mode. I don't care.
Yeah. But like
Yeah.
also that did have like the Russian Civil War had a lot to do with American foreign policy going forward into World
We were
War II.
actually in the Russian Revolution. If you don't look into that as an American part
and
of it,
Look up
it was
look into the American side.
the Siberia expedition. It was in 1919.
1919.
We were in Archangelsk, the Polar Bear Division, where we were fighting the actual like
For
Reds.
the communists
We were fighting against the communists,
with the Tsarists. Okay.
not with them. Kind of independent.
Yeah,
It was weird.
but just we didn't like communism. Karl Marx was a crazy guy.
Look at this propaganda painting. Yeah, there you go. American intervention in North Russia, 18 to 19. There's American
Said,
troops.
Play Iceman by Drake.
I'm
Play
good.
some Pearl Jam or AC/DC. We can probably do that later.
The ACDC, yeah, that's pretty
Pearl Jam is cool too.
Yeah, we fought them for a year.
Wow.
Summer to spring 1920.
Damn. Bolsheviks.
We got the W, but we didn't win.
We won
Yeah,
the
we
battle,
took
but
we took
didn't win
control of
war.
the port. Generally speaking,
But then World War II comes around and we're friends with them again. We're
With the
friends
Russians?
with the commies, yeah.
begrudgingly.
not really friend. I wouldn't say
Well,
We won the
had
war for them.
we had mutual enemies. Nah, because Russia turned their shit into a slaughter machine. They just
the Nazis were all the way up in what,
Poland.
Stalingrad. Well,
Yeah.
They were on the they were like 200
yeah,
miles
they
from
got
Moscow.
up there.
They were like, nah, you ain't gonna pull
Yeah, no,
the
they were-
Stalingrad and take that.
They were 200 miles from Moscow.
Stalingrad, yeah.
Didn't really make much difference. Okay, Second World War.
Second World War. We're getting on to the Second World War now. So that the reason. Let's go into Germany. What the rise of Germany was.
I thought we were talking about American wars. It's Memorial Day.
Well, yeah,
No,
but
this
we
is
got to
American.
start.
We can segue into the reason why Germany was the way it was.
Yeah, we got to segue
podcast.
into the reason why Germany was the way they were, and then we talk about the American side as we come into it. You know,
Entirely
Just-
pointless again.
Oh yeah. It wasn't our war. I mean, some people think that Pearl Harbor was false flag.
Like that we knew about it was going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, we knew all about that. And then,
Yeah.
And then the U-boats.
And we were
What
just
was that
like,
about?
let them do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would give us a reason.
Like we
Because
like, we
at that
didn't know.
point, it wasn't Europe just getting stomped. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Germany was.
They were
fucked.
getting fucked up.
Or
so
Germany was fucking. Yeah.
the first steps in the first
And
in the
we
Second
were
World
we
War.
were good with Hitler, bro. Like you can still go find pipes in New York and shit that have a swastika on them because we were importing shit from Nazi Germany. We were good with the Nazis for a
the
while.
Nazis took over Czechoslovakia and Austria.
Mhm.
That was in the 38-39 period. Invaded Poland.
But before
38.
that, we got to get to Hitler's rise. Like Hitler didn't just come out of nowhere either, because they were crippled
Talking about-
economically. They were crippled economically, and there was a rising
Communists.
communist movement going on, just like what had happened in Italy. And so
Well,
they-
Benito Mussolini was a communist before he was a fascist.
yeah. Well, but them seeing what was happening in Italy, like Hitler was a very starch like anti-communist, but then he still like kind of that's why, because he infiltrated a communist party, the National Socialist Party, and infiltrated it and kind of twisted it. You know, he was a very good public speaker and very good at being persuasive and getting people on his
Yeah,
side.
his speeches in English are pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Check those out.
And
If you want a good podcast on how the Germans came to
that's like a whole. That's we
came to
could
power,
dive into
you
that.
could
We could
do.
dive into that for
There's no way we'd be able to do it better than
Matt and Shane.
than what's his name, Cooper something.
Oh. Hey, we could have a whole separate
Martyr
podcast.
Made podcast.
All right, man.
It's called the Germans War. He'll do like a 4-hour podcast on it, and he goes into good detail. It's a fantastic podcast.
Well, but to get into it on a Cliff Notes thing though, they had a surprising amount of turnout, even though it wasn't popular opinion. They had a surprising amount of turnout enough to where they got really violent started this. They got really violent, and then so to get them to stop, they promoted Hitler to chancellor, and then from there he started just taking emergency powers left and right, and then they burnt down.
Well, the
Parliament
Reichstag got burnt down. Nobody really knows who did it.
They did it. They fucking did it. Dude,
But,
it was a false flag. They did it so they could blame the fucking socialists and take full power.
Immediately after the First World War, when all the soldiers were coming home, the communists in Germany were taking to the streets. There was no government. The king had abdicated. There was no government. The communists were going apeshit. There was no city government, nothing like that. And so you have all of these like civilians, or the Navy, the German Navy, had kind of rebelled and became communist because they, after Scapa Flow, the big naval battle, they didn't get to go out again. So they were stuck in port listening to, communist dudes talk to them, and they were all on board with it. And so you get home back into Berlin, you're a German soldier, and all of these communists are coming up to you. Some of them armed, some of them not, spitting on you, whatever. And
they had the reaction to it like how we had reaction to the Vietnam vets. They it came home and.
But the German soldier,
the soldier was like,
the German soldier was like, "You guys are the reason I lost."
Yeah,
they always had the feeling they were backstabbed, and it wasn't. It wasn't because of their failures on the front line that they had lost. It was because of the people back home didn't give them enough so they could win. Because they had been starving for 4 years.
Yeah,
starving out.
And so you come home from that. You have communists going crazy in the streets. They're beating people. They're kicking veterans. And then you have these. You have the central government, the KPD, so the Democratic Party, trying to get control back. Didn't go so well because the communists were holding like 10,000 strong rallies in the streets. Then the police were on their side, And so you have what they called a Freikorps. So Freikkorp, Freikorps, which was a militia, basically, made up of World War I veterans.
Yeah.
And they would go out in the streets and they would, take care of business, whatever, because the government wouldn't do it.
With at this time before he got imprisoned and wrote Mein Kampf, and
Hitler was in the Freikorps.
Yeah.
And so you're fighting all the communists.
Full screen.
Germany, there was a big fear in Europe that Germany was going to go communist immediately after the Russians went, because in France there was a lot of communists, in Germany there was a lot of communists,
in Italy,
they thought it was going to be like a domino effect before it even happened,
and that's where a little bit of that Rothschild and banking meddling comes in too. Is they wanted to keep them happy enough to stay on the Rothschild banking system, so they Hitler took power and they were like, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. They dismantled all this shit
and deported them.
And arrested them, deported them, sent them to camps in Poland, made them work for that war effort, and then that's when they started their conquest war, which that's when they get into invading Poland.
You get through the Weimar period, everything in Germany is like shit. You have child brothels, you have people are it's a lot of degeneracy bullshit. Nothing was good. Everybody was broke. Everybody was starving. About the only people that could feed themselves were prostitutes. It was not a good place. Inflation was crazy. Like a wheelbarrow full of cash couldn't buy you a loaf of bread. All of your factories were being ran by the French or the English because you got hoed out, and
that was because the banks and the interest rates went straight up. After
so then you get the MIFO bills, which is like war reparation.
Yeah, they were getting into war. They were having to pay back Britain and America for the war.
In England.
Britain.
France and the English primarily.
Britain,
so you get into that stuff. They're just in debt, whatever. And then so Hitler is, out of the army. He's seeing what's going on, and he begins working as a spy in communist meetings. He gets sent out to spy on him, and he starts listening to all this shit, and it just pisses him off even more. He's like, this is retarded. And eventually he starts, making speeches of his own. To the same people that he had been listening to in the communist circles, and they're like, you know what? it's kind of retarded. I kind of want to be whatever this guy's doing.
Yeah.
And so that
but
eventually
then they keep the National Socialist, but like
they
so
keep
the
socialism in the name.
The party stays the same, but the values definitely switch along the way.
They go
And
more
then
nationalist.
they get more nationalist, and then they start attacking the communists. Like the Nazis at this time didn't really have that much political power, but that's how they got political power, was just by force. They were like, "Shut up, you fucking commies," and they kept doing that up until they got some seats in parliament, and then they kept doing it.
Hitler got
until
arrested before that.
Yeah.
So you had the beer hall putsch, which was a attempted coup.
where they tried to blow up the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Hitler got arrested, spent time in jail. So he's, the first black dictator. So he gets out of jail, starts it back up again, and he coerces the government into giving him the chancellorship.
Chancellor role.
He was not elected; they gave it to him
because of violence.
They were scared of him.
Yeah.
And so they gave it to him, and then the rest is history. He starts. He does what's called Anschluss, which is taking Austria. So you have all of the Austrian economy, and then you have the what is it? The blanking. They take Czechoslovakia.
Yeah.
That's even more industry. They had lots of steel, coal, all that stuff.
Resources.
And later, a little bit later,
Yeah.
building up with your war economy in secret.
And because they weren't allowed at the time on paper to have a army.
Oh, a war machine.
A war machine. They could have an army, but it couldn't go above a certain amount.
Yeah, can't have that many airplanes, can't have this amount of guns, can't have this much artillery, can't have this navy.
And they were still under all of these, war reparations, and interest rates were going sky high. And then once
so they were cooking
once
the
Hitler
books.
took full power, he was like, "Fuck you and all your bullshit." That's
The
when they
MIFO
started
bills-
spray painting Juden on everything, and
Yeah, the MIFO bills kept going until Poland.
Yeah.
The Germans invaded Poland in 1939. Like it took them a week to get done with that, and then
that's really the start of the war.
the
right
British
there.
the
That's-
British declared war on
Yeah,
Germany.
that's the start of the war right there. Is because that's when it became to the West. Because at this point, I wouldn't even consider Germany like the West, as in what we say now, the West.
Notably, the Soviets helped out with the invasion of Poland.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they were
They
buddies.
were invading.
It's the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact.
Yeah, and then they were like, apparently Hitler and Stalin had made like a whole pact and everything, like we good,
Kind
we
of
good.
tongue in cheek, but
Yeah.
they had done that.
Yeah,
And then Germany invades Denmark, Norway, goes into
Finland.
not Finland. Finland was Denmark, Norway. Sweden was left alone. Finland was left alone.
Belgium, Luxembourg.
Luxembourg was
Yeah.
invaded. So Belgium, the Netherlands. There's another one.
I swear Finland got it too.
No, they were independent the entire time, but they were on the German side.
Yeah.
Hungary, maybe.
Hungary was an ally.
Same with like Switzerland. They were independent the whole time,
were
but they were
neutral.
holding all of the money for Germany.
Yeah.
They were
So
like
it's
German
fuck y'all, we
bank.
ain't doing this.
Yeah, so Netherlands, Belgium, and then they went into France. Took France in like a couple months.
Yeah.
Got the W, and then it was on like Donkey Kong.
They just walked
After
around
that,
Paris.
fighting the British. At Dunkirk, they kind
Yeah.
of got kicked off the entire continent. And then it all started in Africa. You had the Africa Corps, all that stuff going on, and then they invaded Germany,
And then
Operation Barbarossa.
Japan
Yeah,
was
I
just
gotta look for
raping
that
the
article.
shit out of.
That's like 1941-42.
Japan was just raping the shit out of every China, like all
The
of
British,
that.
the Dutch,
Yeah.
in the Far
They were
East.
just, and
Because
they were just
the Netherlands didn't exist anymore, so y'all are on your own
Mm-hmm.
if you're on the island out there, So the British and Malaya got destroyed.
the rape of Nanking.
That was
up in
the Chinese.
Korea.
That had been going on for about a decade at that point.
Yeah, down in Korea, but then Japan was just coming in, and they were legit scary. I don't know if y'all have ever seen Hacksaw Ridge, but these motherfuckers didn't
that
they'd
was
get
wild.
shot and be on their
Still be
last breath,
crawling.
and they'd still be going. Like they'd
Yeah.
still be going.
On some.
A lot of hardened troops out of China came
Yeah.
into
It was the same in Korea too. They were doing the same
Yeah.
type of shit. They're opium.
The Japs
Yeah.
were going up into
Japanese,
Korea.
Chinese.
So the Japanese on the far eastern side of thing, they were in war prior to bombing America. So they were fighting the British before we even declared war on them. the British sailed over there, and they were, sending battleships to go help out with that, because the British were at war with the Japanese. They'd invaded, Singapore, all of that stuff. We had gotten bombed at Pearl Harbor. We were like, okay, what the fuck? What are we gonna do? But the British sent battleships over there, and they got attacked from the air, and both of them got sunk. And the British were like, what the fuck just happened? Because the whole concept of air power wasn't even a thing yet. We still had it in the infancy.
Yeah, that they were dropping grenades out of planes. Yeah.
Yep.
But that's when air conflict got really bad. Like when the Germans occupied England and France. Like I saw some.
Well, France.
Well, yeah,
Never
but when they bombed London, the air raid on London.
Oh yeah, with the Blitz. Yeah.
Yeah, the London Blitz. I saw some like good recreation videos of that. Jamie, if you can maybe pull some of those up. Like that shit was insane. You just have tracers flying over. Yeah. It's orange everywhere. Fucking. Yeah. It's the
London Blitz.
London Blitz. Yeah.
Like recreation.
Yeah, video recreation.
And then later on, Germany invented like rockets and missiles and shit.
The
V2 rockets and the V1 buzz
yeah,
bombs.
and that's where we get NASA from.
You get Werner von Braun. He was in the V2
They were
program.
hanging the slowest Jews every morning. Every morning out in front, they were hanging the slowest Jew. They were like, you weren't working fast enough. Yeah.
Yeah, Werner von Braun brought to NASA.
Yep. That's the guy who
Got us
put
to
us
the
on
moon.
the moon.
Yep.
Yeah. He was a Nazi, and like
He was in the SS.
yeah. And if he was alive today, they would
kill his
prosecute him for war crime.
Oh yeah. But they let him over here because he's smart.
Okay, Rocket Command. And there's theories on that they got that shit from the aliens. The
Germans.
The
I
Germans
was
found
talking
that
about that,
recovery, yeah.
There was a recovered crash site. We'll do this first, but then we'll go over the recovered crash site outside of Berlin.
No, just talk about it now while she's pulling it up.
Yeah, it was in, I think, 1938, 1939 maybe. There was a crash site, possibly UFO.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was outside Berlin somewhere. They scrambled it all up, and then they started building rocket technology
Yeah, well,
from that.
There's a lot of stuff the Germans did that had computers in them. So in their fighter aircraft, they had a.
Well, the Nazi Bell UFO thing.
Oh, yeah.
The Bell.
The
thing.
Bell.
Yeah.
They don't know where it's at.
Yeah.
Where
Like,
it could be. It's like a time
Antarctica.
machine.
Dude, they live in
That's
they
why we
live
can't
down
go
there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why we can't.
the ice
The
wall.
Nordics.
Oh my god, we were talking about that on the
Yeah.
last podcast. We were talking about all the different types of aliens. I was like, dude, that guy on the right is legit just a white guy. That's
Yeah.
just a white
White
guy. they're trying to other us and say white people are aliens,
Yeah.
dude.
I'll own up to that. I'll be an alien.
Yeah, is that racist? Live long and prosper.
Yeah, but yeah, the Germans had fighter aircraft that had mechanical computers in there that would
Yeah.
handle all of your engine control. So you just move the throttle, handled the rest, fuel mixture, prop pitch, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the Garot something.
But they were sending those like fucking farting rockets over in the
Yeah, the
UK.
V1s, the buzz bomb.
And then
pulse
whenever
jet-
whenever
pulse jet
you
engine.
heard it stop, you knew you were fucked.
Yeah,
If
so it
you
was
as long
heading
as
towards
you
it.
heard it farting, you knew you were good. If you heard it stop, you were like, fuck.
Yeah,
See that?
Jamie, pull up a V1
Well,
engine.
but he's looking up the air raid in London right now.
You're getting like movie scenes.
Yeah, just like
Yeah,
a little.
There's a good scene in Narnia. The first scene of the Narnia movie.
They did have that. I
Yeah.
remember that.
That's a good scene.
Too bad we
I
can't
can
pull
put
it.
it on.
Yeah, it is.
It.
That's gonna be like
We playing copyrighted music all night.
we gotta get to
Because that's what
Ukraine.
first
Search
came
up the
up
effect of Overwatch economy inflation, or just Overwatch
with. I know
inflation.
exactly what Overwatch inflation was just talking about the ranking and everything.
Overwatch inflation. Yeah.
That's how the Zoomers.
What's the rule 34? The rule
Oh
34
my
of
God.
Overwatch inflation.
Oh my god! Do not pull up Rule 34 on stream. Oh lord. This is like a recreation
This is
of.
the Narnia one.
Yeah, it is. I thought the shit was hard as hell when I saw it the first
We got
time when I was a
sound on
kid.
stream.
Oh, I gotta unmute it. My bad. Help me out here. I can't see that far. Is it this one?
No, down. Right there. Nope.
One down.
Down. Right there. There's also Control M. You can
Thank
just do
you.
it.
Here we go.
We have feedback.
No, we're good.
Nah,
I'll just put the mic in my mouth.
This is low enough. I mean, I
Heinkel
can put it-
111 bomber aircraft, 2-engine German. Look at these guys. They got the oxygen mask on, throat mics.
Oh, and this is all the artillery rounds going up.
Yeah,
on.
flak.
Yeah.
God, they look so badass. Look at this shit. They're in like a bird cage with a full glass cockpit. They
So
did
you
that
can
so it
look
was
down.
easier to land. That's an accurate bomb site too. Probably kind of a cool. You'll notice the bombs fall from they're hung by the tips, so they'll flip. Bad for accuracy.
But you want it nose down because at that point they didn't have altimeters.
Yeah, they did. They would have a barometric altimeter
okay.
based on pressure.
I thought it was just literally a pin that bang off the rip.
No, they were impact fuse or delay. You
Yeah.
had time delay fuses. Time delay fuses have been a thing for about 100 years at this point. Well, since the Civil War.
Yeah.
Look at this wimp. I'd be outside staring at
They're
this
just
shit.
carpet bombing like civilian areas. They're just fucking leveling all the shit. Kind of like what Israel has been doing to
Well, that's because
Gaza.
the British did it first, if you're curious.
Well, yeah.
The British bombed German civilian areas before the Blitz started.
And that's World War One. He just grabbed a picture of Grandpa from World War One.
Yeah.
And then after this, Jamie, though, pull up some V2 rockets, the farters.
The V1s. The
Oh, the
V2 the
V1s?
V2 is like the missile.
Yeah.
Oh, the V1 rockets, yeah, V1 rockets. The
There's
farters.
a video of a guy that has one mounted on a. He's like at the airport. He fires it up like recently.
Wow.
He fires up the engine.
But
V1 rocket sound.
there's just the buzzing. Why can't you just do as you're told?
That's what they call a pulse jet. So it mixes
I swear I played a Call of Duty game where that was like the opening.
Johnny's War Stories.
Ooh, I think. Yeah.
We got any heaters?
Oh,
Lords of War.
Lords of War.
Kids with AKs.
And this is the
This is the V1. This is an actual video.
Yeah. The farter, dude. Imagine, like, you hear that coming over.
Crazy.
But they all were talking. I watched this video. They were all talking about, like, you heard that thing stop. You were like, fuck. This is like the first gen missile. This is like
Yeah, this is like the first, cruise missile.
Yeah.
They would have they had inertial guidance, so it was like a gyroscope, and they were like super inaccurate. They didn't.
They
hit
just
shit.
fall anywhere. Like they'd send it in a general direction.
It was like a distance and then pitch down.
Yeah,
Heading, distance, pitch down.
and that was all controlled by the amount of fuel.
Yeah, and wind could kick you around because it couldn't compensate.
No way to adjust.
Yeah, this is a good one.
That's crazy. And they were using that to propel bombs.
Yeah, playing this shit with like headphones on at full volume hurts. Ask me how I know.
I've done it multiple times.
Now, how similar is that, or is the
It has like it has
now
zero
let's go look at the
similarity with a
V2.
rocket engine.
Let's
It's
go look at
the
V2.
ME260?
that's different. That's a turbojet. That's a pulse jet. Pulse jet's wholly different.
Pulse jet, yeah.
Pulse jet, it loads oxygen and fuel into a chamber, and then it
has a cycle system.
pulses.
Yeah.
A turbojet is igniting. It's a turbine, so it's like a little propeller.
And it's solid fuel
Providing
a lot
thrust
of
out the
time,
back.
and it burns down like this. It burns.
Pulse jet's liquid
out.
fuel, or yeah, like the
Liquid
V1 was
fuel.
liquid fuel.
Yeah, but I'm
The
talking about solid fuel.
solid fuel was the V2.
Yeah.
That was
so it
actually
burns-
no, that was still liquid fuel. The
But-
V2 was still liquid fuel.
Yeah, but what he was talking about was solid. They're solid fuel
The
rockets, so they're
ME262.
constant
liquid,
burning.
again.
They
It's
constantly
like
burn.
kerosene.
They don't pulse.
Kerosene? They run on kerosene?
Yeah. That's what regular jet fuel is now. It's kerosene with lubricants.
Jamie, yeah, let's watch this. This is like the first rocket. This is like
Yeah, courtesy of WB.
this is sound.
It doesn't have sound.
Yeah,
Let's
but that's the first like
First
these are
object
the
to go into
first
space, too.
rockets. Yeah,
not orbit but space.
yeah. Because they would send it up high enough, pitch it around, and then that had it more accurate, and then like gravity momentum.
This
would
is
bring it
after the
back
war.
down.
They're launching it off of an aircraft carrier.
Yeah, but we got the all that technology from the Russian or from the Germans.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then but the Russians took a lot of them too.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it was like kidnapping style. We were just going and grabbing them in the night.
Oh yeah, they were
Bringing them.
Russian in there.
9:45. Shit. Well, I mean, we can wrap up World War II and
Wrap up World War II and pick it back up later.
pick it back up later. Cause yeah, everything else is just current affairs we got right
Yeah,
here.
we got some current affairs.
But
Yeah, Americans got the W.
yeah, we built a nuke and dropped the sun on the Japs twice, and
And then the rest of the wars have kind of just been very pointless.
yeah, there's money wars,
Money wars.
Conflict.
oil
Couple
wars, money
shout outs.
wars.
We got
Yeah, but shout out Nevermore Creations if you're still in here, David. He's really cool woodworking
David.
artist. He's been watching the stream. I saw him in there. Shout out my brother Sawyer.
What about
Anyone-
who was that guy that died in the GWAT? Was that football player?
the GWAT?
Was that football player?
Who?
He tried to expose the opium stuff and they killed him.
I don't know who you're talking about. Wow.
You
Well,
need
this
to-
is
you
a
need-
whole
you need
separate
to know.
podcast.
You need to
Yeah,
know.
pull that shit up, Jamie.
We'll cover that. We'll cover that and we'll end it. What's
Yeah.
his name? Hold on.
GWAT, some NFL dude was
NFL dude, Afghanistan.
NFL. Oh, I know who you're talking about. Pat Tillman.
Shout out Pat Tillman on Memorial Day.
Pat Tillman, yeah.
He knew and they killed him.
Pat Tillman. Yeah, he was an NFL player, and then after 9/11, he
Yeah,
succumbed to the
Cleveland
propaganda, and he was like, "Shit."
Yeah, he did. And he gave it all up to go.
He
He was
got-
a ranger.
He got shot by America.
He got shot, but he got friendly fired.
yeah, friendly
Execution
fire.
style.
Yeah.
Execution style. Friendly fire.
It's some crazy shit. Same with American Sniper. What's his name?
Chris Kyle got
Chris
shot
Kyle.
by a crazy ass vet.
Disabled vets. Yeah. PTSD vets.
Mm-hmm.
Which that's what they're helping out now is with the Ibogaine.
Ibogaine,
coming
shit,
in.
yeah, and the shrooms,
And then
ecstasy or the MDMA stuff.
I mean, Joe Rogan. I mean, he said it with
Mhm.
Trump.
I gotta throw shade on another veteran. What's his name?
Throw shade.
Lone survivor.
Oh,
That guy's a fraud.
Wow.
yeah.
He
Well,
lied-
you know
he-
who's not?
He lied his
Okay.
ass off in his book.
Well, you know who's not though? The guy from Hacksaw Ridge. What's his name?
You're talking about
What's his name again?
God.
Look up Hacksaw Ridge. The guy from Hacksaw Ridge. We're on him now.
Spider-Man?
Sorry.
That's yeah, it was the actor.
Spider-Man.
What was
Yeah.
his name?
It's Andrew Garfield. Yeah.
Andrew Garfield. Yeah, shout out Andrew Garfield.
Shout
World
out
War II.
Andrew Garfield. He was in Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah.
He fought the Japanese.
He was.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't.
Yeah. That's
What's
what I'm
his
saying.
name?
We need to watch Hacksaw Ridge.
What's his name?
Desmond Doss.
Yeah,
Desmond
shout out
Doss. Pull
Desmond
that up
Doss.
over here. Pull. Dude, they had so much stuff in that movie that they couldn't put in it because they were like, people are gonna think this is fake.
That's they
Like,
they showed
only
Hacksaw
covered
Ridge.
Hacksaw Ridge.
That
This
wasn't
dude
even
did
his
way
first
more.
battle.
Yeah, he did.
He
way
did
more.
like 2 more before that.
Yeah,
Because he was on Saipan.
dude, and that scene where he kicked a grenade away and it blew up his foot. They put him on a gurney, and then another person was dying.
He crawled off of it.
crawled off of the gurney and said, "Put him on there."
Yeah,
just-
this is his.
Yeah.
This is his.
They said he okay.
Citation.
They said he saved like 75 people or whatever, but it was way more than that because they weren't counting all the Japanese people he saved.
This is
And
his troops caused 75 casualties.
Yeah,
He
oh, yeah.
rescued.
They say he rescued a fuck ton of men.
If you keep going down, it'll get to it. It's just going through all of it on different dates.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't name a specific.
Well, when they gave him his medal or whatever, they recognized a certain amount of life saved, but he saved way more than that. Way more.
He's also super humble after the fact.
Yeah. He was like, I don't care how many you recognize me for. He knows what he did. The people who say he saved knows what he did. Like he was.
You put USS Liberty on there.
Yes, we were gonna talk about the
fuck's
Liberty, but
sake.
you know that we didn't get into the Israel stuff today. That's another pod. That's another pod.
That's gonna be like
that'll probably have to be
like a dedicated.
That's probably gonna have to be 2.5 on Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've decided also, guys, we're gonna do full streams on YouTube and then a half stream on Twitch. So like Next time we do a half stream, it'll be on Twitch, 2.5. That'll probably be our more controversial stuff, I guess.
Controversial, yeah.
Oh, Desmond Doss.
Desmond Doss.
He was from Lynchburg, Virginia. Yeah,
Mhm.
Virginia.
You know, he was a Seventh-day Adventist. Kind of weird,
Yeah,
folks.
that's why he wasn't. That's why he didn't want to carry a gun or anything. And it
Christian.
says it in the whole movie. He didn't want to carry a gun. He was like, he was about to get kicked out and everything. And
Yeah,
they were like, "You
they were
can't
like,
do
"No, you
that."
can't.
They were like, "You
Not
can't kick
doing
me
that."
out." Yeah, he's like, "I just want to save people." Yeah. It's fucking
He did actually qualify with a rifle, though. The movie was wrong.
yeah. It's not that he never shot one. He just didn't want to carry
Just
one in
wanna shoot
battle.
people.
I think if you scroll up, you'll see it.
But
I just saw it in a paragraph. It was right
Okinawa
there.
stacked against him. Joined 77th Division, Rural Virginia. Politely refused all orders from rank of officer to touch or train with a weapon
I thought he qualified.
or do non-essential work. Go back down. Non-essential work on the Sabbath. Right there. Though he eagerly offered to work all Sundays, the traditional day off in the U.S. military. So his Sabbath was on a Saturday, which the day off in the military was Sunday. So he was like, "Give me my Saturdays off, and I'll do work on Sunday." And he was threats with dishonorable discharge and all that, and yeah, and then he went to the Pacific Theater, but he was in the movie doesn't do it justice. He did a lot more than just Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah,
alone.
Okinawa, New Guinea,
Yeah,
Philippines.
yeah, he went through a lot of shit.
Go up. It was how many he saved? Right there.
300.
Where you see that?
Down.
75.
Yeah, but he saved way more than that, but they only credited him with 75. He was like, "That's fine, I don't care." Like, he
Alrighty.
was super humble about it. But guys, thank y'all for tuning in to something or another on the Memorial Day special.
Memorial Day special.
Think we had a pretty good podcast.
Had a pretty good autism conversation.
yeah.
Gotta get the tisms out.
I know. I hope y'all enjoyed. We'll be seeing y'all again sometime soon, and yeah, y'all have a good one. Put up.